A few days ago, a video by travel vlogger Ines Faria went viral. Now, she was complaining about what many Indian women face, but perhaps tourists from abroad face it a little more, the male gaze. And that was something that she asked this man to not bother her, but he continued harassing her. And she shared that video. And Ines Faria joins me now. Ines, thank you so much for joining me. Firstly,
Thank you.
uh, you're a traveler, you travel all across the world.
Hmm.
When this incident happened with you, uh, I think usually you're very careful, right, about your
Hmm.
surroundings. But you did call him out on camera. You did point out what he was doing was wrong,
Hmm.
and he continued, right? So
Yes.
tell me what happened.
So I was walking around like that area in Mumbai because I wanted to explore a little bit further. And this man suddenly came to me asking for a selfie. And I kindly said no because I didn't feel very comfortable taking selfies in that area. Normally I'm fine taking selfies, but in that area I didn't want to. And he just didn't take no for an answer and he kept following us around. I was with a female friend at the time. So he kept harassing both of us for a selfie and I kept telling him, no, we don't want a picture. And he just laughed about it and he kept following us around and he started getting really uncomfortable because obviously I didn't want to take a selfie and there was a lot of attention in that area. People were staring a lot. And he kind of left for a while, 5 minutes, and we thought, okay, he left us alone. But suddenly he showed up with a friend, which made it even more overwhelming because there were two people and they were following us around, asking multiple times for selfies. And we said, no, no. And then he just started to get more closer to us. So there was no personal space at the moment. And he even started recording us also even recorders saying we didn't want to take a selfie with him, which was a little bit uncomfortable. And at some point, I had to physically push him away because he was getting too close. And yeah, it was just uncomfortable at that point.
And you know, very brave of you to handle it with such,
Mm-hmm.
immense amount of courage, and to be absolutely not lose your wits, and be absolutely calm, and
Mm-hmm.
ensure that you also filmed him and got him on camera, because
Yes.
I think that will help the police in locating him,
Mm-hmm.
identifying him, and ensuring that he's held accountable for what he did.
Yeah.
But generally, you've moved around India and
Yeah.
you've spent, like you said, about 2 months in India. How has
Yes.
your India trip been otherwise, apart from this unfortunate incident?
Apart from this, it's been amazing. People are super welcoming, super friendly. They always ask if we need help and stuff like that. I love India, and it's such a beautiful country. And I always recommend people to come because there's a lot of hate in the media, but it's not what actually it is. India is such an amazing country, and small incidents like this happen everywhere in the world, not just India. But it was just a small incident. But other than that, India is just amazing, and people are super, super friendly.
Uh, Thank you, Ines, for still being here, still
Yeah,
loving India like you do. But I can assure you that the Mumbai police are not taking it as a small incident. They see this
yeah,
as our guests, whom we
hmm,
consider in India we call our guests our gods. Atithi
yeah.
Devo Bhava, and we treat them as our gods. So obviously the police are not taking it lightly. They're going to act against him. They've been in touch with you. What have the police told you?
So they call me, and they told me they're trying to find the guy. They're looking at the camera security, and they say they're gonna try to locate him, and they will be in touch with me. So I find that really nice that police actually is taking this serious. I feel like many countries wouldn't take this serious. So I just like how the Indian police is taking serious as just for the woman's safety is really good. And yeah.
And unless you've moved around India,
Hmm.
you moved around the world. I was going through your Instagram handle. In fact, you've done a lot of traveling.
Yes.
But how, if I were to ask you to list out the top five countries to travel, I'm sure I'm hoping that India would obviously feature in that top five.
Hmm. Well, I think it would be on the top five. I really love India. India is like has so much to offer. It's so much different, like from the south and north. It has so much. So it is definitely on the top five. And many other Asian countries. I just love to be around this area.
In fact, I was just going through your Instagram handle,
Hmm.
Lost with Ines. You know, while you were facing this incident, and Mumbai is generally considered a safe city for women,
Hmm.
it's a welcoming city. While you were facing this particular bad experience with this man harassing you, despite you very clearly telling him not to
Hmm.
bother you, uh, were there any people who offered to help, or were there bystanders who offered to help, or were they not aware of what was happening? How did that play out?
I feel like some people were not aware of what's going on. They were staring, but not really stepping in. There was like the older man who looked behind, and I'm sure he would have stepped in if the man would have to touch me or something. But not many people stepped in, but they were like staring, and I'm sure they would have helped if I called for help. Yeah.
And Anis, what are your plans in India? What are the places you've been to? Tell me a little bit about your trip, and have you faced any such incident anywhere else?
No, no, I never faced this accident before. And in India, I've been in Kerala part mostly of my time, 1 month, which is amazing. I love it. And now I'm slowly going to the north. I'm now in the Rajasthan area. Also going to spend a month. So far, I love it. Really nice place. And yeah, I'm going to be here for 1 more month or even more. Who knows? Because I really love so far. And yeah, hopefully, I'm not going to have any more issues with stuff like
Hopefully
this.
not, and we hope, and we wish you a very safe and enjoyable stay in India.
Yeah.
But any plans of coming back to Mumbai? Any plans of revisiting any other place that you are in India? And generally, what's been your perception? Because I think a lot of people feel that there is a tendency amongst certain sections of society in India, especially men, to stare. Uh, it, and often for a woman that can be uncomfortable, the male gaze.
Hmm.
Uh, what's your take on that as someone who's visiting India as a travel blogger, because you visit so many countries? So I'd like to ask you that because this is something that many travel bloggers or many people, tourists visiting India, point out that people are staring at them, and sometimes that can be uncomfortable too.
Yeah, so they do stare, but they're not like in a mean way. They're just curious. Most of the time, they come up for a selfie, super friendly, nothing like weird about it. So I think it's just at first it can be intimidating, but once I'm here for a while, I feel like it's pretty normal. They don't mean anything bad. So far everything being well. People are super friendly. Nothing really bad happened. This is they come to me, ask for selfies, and I'm just fine with it.
Absolutely. And, in this particular incident, at
Hmm.
what point did you feel that, like you mentioned, that usually it's just a selfie or something? At
Hmm.
what point did you feel that he crossed the line and that he should have, uh, you know, left it at that when you said,
Well, I feel like once I said no twice, like I feel like you should know that I really don't feel comfortable taking a picture. But I started getting uncomfortable and he actually started following us around because I don't think that's okay to follow people around, especially like, yeah, as a woman, it doesn't feel very safe. So at this point, I feel like it was not at the point it was like getting a little bit uncomfortable.
at what point
Hmm.
did you think that he crossed the line? Because usually you say
Hmm.
that, you say someone asks, it's harmless for a selfie, but at what point did you think he crossed the line in it?
Well, at the point when I said no twice and he just kept following us, I think that point is just crossing a line. When I said no, then no, it's a no. And following someone on the streets and as a woman, it can feel a little bit uncomfortable and unsafe. So at that point, I feel like he crossed that line and you shouldn't be following someone around for like 50 minutes. And even calling a friend feels even more intimidating. So we were like two
50
men.
minutes, is it? Five
Yeah,
zero, 50
around,
minutes. That's almost
no,
an hour.
1-5, 1-5, sorry.
1-5. All right.
15.
1-5.
Yeah.
Yes. 15 minutes. Yeah.
Yeah, around 15. But still in that area feels a bit like it was a lot going on. And it was like close to a slum. So it felt a little bit more unsafe. And especially when he called a friend, it's like two men around us, following us around. I feel like that was when he crossed the line and he felt really uncomfortable at that point. Yeah.
Thank you, Ines, for speaking to NDTV. We hope you have a wonderful stay and we hope
Thank
there are no
you.
such incidents that you face in India. Thank you so much. And tell us a
Thank you
little
so
bit about
much.
your travel journey. How is your travel going and where all have you traveled? And tell us a little bit about your own travel journey.
Yeah, so right now I'm traveling for 1 year here across Asia. Right now I'm in India for 3 months, and then I'm just going to explore other Asian countries. And I've been for over 40 countries already, and I'm traveling full time right now, and I just love it. I just love traveling. I love to see new cultures and learn about others. Yeah, and that's it.
And I assure you, the Mumbai police will do their best to,
Thank you
to
so
catch
much.
him and to teach him. Any message that you have for the Mumbai police and for Mumbaikars who are watching this?
Well, to say thank you very much from Mumbai Police to be helping us. That's very helpful, and it's very like really nice to be helping the woman when they feel unsafe like that. And yeah, they're doing a really good job, and that's amazing.
Thank you so much, Ines, for joining us on NDTV. Ines Faria,
Thank you.
wishing you safe and enjoyable travels across
Thank you so
India.
much.
And we hope this unfortunate incident and this unpleasant experience is just a little blip, and otherwise you have a completely safe and enjoyable stay in India. Thank you so
Thank
much for
you.
joining
Thank
us
you
on
so
NDTV.
much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.